All right, so it is actually that time of the year again for the DV Lotteries 2024 registration, right? I know a lot of you out there are just waiting patiently for this opportunity or this time of the year again, because you've been trying severally. Some of you have tried, you failed, you just kept going day in day out because you were very optimistic that one day definitely Ebefa. So I'm here to share with you 10 tips for applying for the US Visa Lottery. So 10 tips I'm actually going to share with you today on this particular platform. But then if it is your first time of visiting our channel, I'm pleading with you, just do us a favor by subscribing to the channel and also turning on the post notification bell, that whenever we upload new videos you would actually be the first person to get notified or to get an alert on your device. So usually it's about 55,000 green cards up for grabs, and here are the 10 essential tips to guide you through the application process and avoid common pitfalls or common mistakes that will actually disqualify you from qualifying for the DV Lottery Visa. All right, so number one is check your eligibility. That is very necessary. So before entering, visit travel.state.gov/DV to ensure you meet the qualifications. If you do not meet the requirements, do not enter the lottery. So that's one thing you actually have to take notice of. So if you actually did not qualify or you are not eligible, don't enter the lottery. And then number two is submit your entry on the official website, and the only way to enter the lottery is through dvprogram.state.gov. Beware of fraudulent sites or scams claiming to offer other routes. So that is one thing you must also be aware of, because there is only one link that is being used globally. So you don't go using any other link again. If somebody should tell you that they have a unique way of doing it for you, aside this particular one that is being stated right in this particular video, please beware. That's actually not going to help you. So just beware of that and don't fall victim to any scammers in this process. So the third one is entry is free. That is one thing that most people don't know about, because usually we see in town, especially in Ghana, where we see people erecting tents, canopies here and then, doing this registration for people at a fee. And it's because a lot of individuals don't know that this can actually be done by they themselves, and it's just with a simple guidelines they can be able to do this. So there is no fee to enter the DV Lottery. Be cautious of individuals or companies that claim they can improve your chances for a fee or offer to complete your application at no cost. So that you have to actually be careful of. So tip number 4 is complete your entry yourself. So avoid using visa facilitators or third parties to submit your entry. Some facilitators may withhold your confirmation number and demand payment or other illegal activities in exchange for it. So basically, if the time is due for you to check when it is in May, because usually the time is in May for you to check. So when the time is due, because you don't have the confirmation number, you will not be able to actually check whether you've actually qualified or not. So these agents or these facilitators are actually going to do that for you. So once they realize or when they find out that you've qualified, that is where they will actually use the opportunity to start extorting some cash from you. So make sure you do all entries by yourself to avoid all this form of embarrassment or all of this form of extorting money from you. So tip number 5, use recent photos. So that is one particular thing you have to take a critical look at. So use recent photo and ensure you use a photo taken within the last 6 months. Submitting an outdated photo would result in disqualification. So you don't think that you'd have a very beautiful picture down and that you've actually printed maybe way back, some few years back or some months back, which doesn't fall within this expected time, within 6 months time frame, but just because you realize that the picture looks so beautiful and it's a passport size picture, you decided to actually use that to go take your picture or submit. No, you'd actually have to use a recent photo which has to actually fall within 6 months time frame. And also bear in mind that when you're going to take the photo, do not go and put on spectacle or don't go and wear necklace to take the picture. Don't use spectacle, don't go and use necklace to take the picture, because that can actually worry you and as well, because it is also part of the requirements that you don't have to actually use such things to in taking the picture. All right, so the point number 6 is only one entry per person. So submitting more than one entry per individual will lead to disqualification. Stick to one application for each person. So don't never think that the more you enter, the more your chances of winning. No, you only have one chance. You only stand a chance for one entrance. So if you have the means of if you actually think that you can actually enter for multiple times, or multiple times you can register for multiple times, that would actually worry you, because that would automatically disqualify you for the qualification process. So you'd only have to do one entry, and that's actually enough for the process, or that would actually be enough for the process. So number 7, include all family members. Make sure to list your spouse and all unmarried children under 21 in your entry, even if they are not traveling or immigrating with you. Missing or incorrect information may disqualify your entry, even if you are selected. So once your family is involved, make sure you take a very critical look at these things very well. Misspelling, wrong informations, always have to make sure you make a thorough check before you finally submit the form. Don't be in haste. Take your time, do due diligence check, and make sure everything is in accordance with your particulars before you actually submit this particular form, because once the family is involved, any little mistake that you do would actually disqualify you. So take note of that as well. So number 8, keep your confirmation number safe. That is what you are actually going to use in the year 2025 to check whether you've actually qualified. So that has to actually be kept very safe. So after submitting your application, you would receive a unique confirmation number. This number is the only way to check if you have been selected when the results are published in May 2025. So keep that number very safe, and make sure you don't share that number with any other person than you. So the 9th point is beware of fraudulent notifications. Well, selections will be announced in May 2025. The only way to check is through the official DV Lottery website at dvprogram.state.gov/ESC. That I'll be sharing, or I'll be leaving in my description column for you to click on. So those of you who don't know much about that, I'll actually be leaving a link in my description column in this particular video for you to check on. So any email or phone notification claiming you have been selected is a scam, and as the U.S. Department of State does not notify winners directly. So take note of that. U.S. Department of State is not going to notify you directly in your email. They are not going to give you a phone call. So if anybody calls you, or if anybody sends you an email telling you that you've actually won DV Lotteries, know that is actually a scam, because the only means through which you can be able to dictate, or you can be able to realize that you qualify, is by going back to the site that you actually see on the screen. You'd actually have to go to that particular site and put in your confirmation, your unique number that was actually given to you, to see whether you've actually qualified. So any other thing apart from that is a scam, and you have to actually be aware of that, because this is actually the best way, or the best time for scammers to also come on board to scam people too as well. So take note of that, and don't fall a victim to that as well. So the 10th point is selection doesn't guarantee a visa. So you have to take note of that. That when they select you, that doesn't mean that you are actually automatically going to get your visa. No, that's actually not going to help you to get a visa. Yes, take a very note of that. Take note of that. So being selected in the lottery does not guarantee a visa or interview, since more applicants are selected than there are available visas. So it is crucial to act promptly and meet all requirements. The registration window closes on Tuesday, November 5th, 2024 at noon. So eligible applicants should make sure to follow the guidelines and submit their entry through the official website. With careful preparation, you can maximize your chances of successful application. So bear in mind that this process is going to last till November 5th, 2024. So you still have time to prepare thoroughly. You still have time to prepare accurately before you actually hit the site, because it's going to last till November 5th, 2024. So kindly take your time, make your preparations very well, and make sure you apply. But also bear in mind that this is a lottery process, and the possibility is you to win or you are not going to win. So the chances are it's only available for about 55,000 applicants. So 55,000 individuals also that would actually be selected. So they have an option for 55,000 green cards for grab. So if you are not selected, you can keep trying the next year. And also be careful of fraudulent activities, and don't let anybody use this means and ways to scam you. But then if once again this is your first time of visiting the channel, we pleading with you to hit on the post notification bell and also subscribe to the channel, and also leave your comments, and your questions can also be left in the comment section for us to get interactive and see. I'll be leaving the description of the link in the description column of this particular video. So all you have to do is just go click on it and just get registered, because Charlie, who knows, this go be your time. Nobody knows, Charlie, this go be your time. So do your very possible best and join and click and register. You can register for your friends, you can register for your family members, and you could there's the chances are you can actually win and you relocate to the United States of America. So until then, catch you in another one.